I'm Jeff from Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. I'd like to welcome to our April new products video. Our first new product is a small product, but it's this clutch part. This is a clutch adjusting rod extension. What this does, there's a threaded rod which you use to adjust your clutch. It goes from the equalizer to the clutch fork. This fits over it and it pushes against the clutch fork when you push the clutch in. This fits the 73 to 76 Ford F-Series pickup. Doesn't matter what motor, as long as it had a manual trans, this will work for it. This will also work for the 66 to 77 Ford Bronco V8 and 6-cylinder. Brand new, this clutch adjusting rod extension. And our next new product are these tailgate hinges. These fit the 78 to 96 Ford Bronco. These haven't been available. So we here at the Graveyard, we've had these reproduced. We sell them as pairs, right and left. Heavy duty construction's got all brand new bushings in it. After a while, if you got a rusty tailgate or older truck, these wear out and get really sloppy. So basically, these are white, these are the prototypes, but the new ones will be black. Brand new, you get them in a pair. They fit the 78 to 96 Ford Bronco. Basically 6 bolts on each one, bolt them in place. After you paint them to match the truck, of course. Bolt them in place and ready to go. Sold in pairs for the 78 to 96 Ford Bronco, lower tailgate hinges. And our next new product are these dust shields. These are for the 80 to 93 Ford F100 and F150 two-wheel drive. These have been obsoleted from Ford for years. We've had them here at the Graveyard reproduced. They're exact original copies of the originals. You get a driver's and a passenger, sell them as pairs. It's nice about they're pretty easy to install. You pop the caliper off, take your rotor off, 3 little bolts, pop it in place, ready to go. These really help out in braking. People don't really realize that's what these are for. They channel the wind in to keep when you're braking, to cool the rotor off when you brake. Brand new for the 80 to 93 F-Series pickup, F100 and F150 two-wheel drive are these brand new dust shields, or splash shields are called. These are for the two-wheel drive. We also sell all the ones for the four-wheel drive here at the Bronco Graveyard. And for our April web truck of the month, we have a unique vehicle. We have Nick Armstrong's 87 F250 Ford pickup. He's taken this Ford pickup and converted it into a 14-passenger sand machine to take his relatives and his family out in the Silver Lake sand dunes. We've seen it at Bronco Takeover last year, thought it was a unique vehicle. Thank you for your support, and hope to see you again next month.
This started off as a 1987 F250 two-wheel drive, and it was an old landscaping truck that we bought from a guy across the state, and but it had the 460 in it that we wanted, and we were able to drive it home and 2 hours across the state, and we thought, I think we found the right truck. And then we had 4 or 5 other trucks that we had different parts from that were kind of sitting around, and we kind of combined them all into one to make what it is now. F250s, you can take the axle, the Dana 44 off the F150, and it'll bolt right in place with the drop brackets and stuff. Obviously, we put a 6-inch lift on it. We've been going up to Silver Lake and off-roading our whole lives since I can remember. We started with Volkswagen dune buggies, and then we got into trucks, and Ford trucks especially. Our whole family is kind of centered around Ford, and so we just want to take as many people out on the sand dunes as we can, just to have fun. And so we envisioned like 8 or 9 people, something that we could carry a bunch of people around. Well, we found the right seats and we made a 14-passenger one. So it was kind of
meant to be, huh?
Yep, meant to be. We always wanted a people mover, but yeah, so we came up with this idea last March. And I said, hey, I have a crazy idea, and my cousin's like, let's do it. It sounds crazy, but so we started in October, and we had it on the sand dunes in June. We fabbed up the passenger compartment first, based on the seats that we found, which were actually out of a police Ford Explorers. They take the rear seats out and auction them off at a police auction, and so we got like 40 seats for like $500. And yeah, I know. And so we fabbed up the passenger compartment first, built that, bent all the tubes, and just spaced it so that I could sit in every row, because if I fit in every row, then everybody else will be able to fit there. So yeah, fabbed that up, and then we tackled the cab, because the cab was in kind of rough shape when we got it, and new body mounts, new floor, all new. Yeah, that was fun. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was a new build, but then this was dealing with a bunch of old stuff. So we were up here camping for 2 weeks in June, and our long-term goal was to climb every hill. And I think the second time we had it out there, we did it. So we've had, I think, 12 people in here and climbed all the hills with it. And yeah, it far exceeded our expectations. There's always bugs to work out, but it's done great. We actually have all new body panels for the front. We're gonna put the bullnose front end, the 80 to 86 front end on it, and get that painted nice. I mean, the camo paint job is just kind of left over from the guy who wanted to cover up the landscaping business, but so it's going to get a new front end this winter, and eventually it'll get some upgrades with power and headers, and we just wanted it to run first and then add some things over time. So it might need a little more clearance in the back because with 14 people in here, we've bottomed out a couple of times.